Time for the main event!
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, leave a like down below, make sure that the notification bell so you don't miss out any future videos. So lo and behold, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 has been revealed. I remember saying in a bunch of different videos in the comment section on my other profile, I want Xenoverse 3. I could care less about this, I could care less about that. Xenoverse 3, even when Sparking Zero came out. For me personally, couldn't care less about that game, even though I bought it. I played it for about 10 hours and then I got bored of it. The flashiness and everything, it looks beautiful, plays great. It just wasn't Xenoverse 3, what I really want. I'm like, they made this instead of Xenoverse 3? No, very happy that they were working on Xenoverse 3 in the back end. And it sounds like it's going to be a pretty huge game. In fact, it doesn't even come out till next year, 2027. Anyway, so for this video, for the intro video for the channel, and don't worry, those of you that are wrestling fans on the channel, I'm not going to stop covering wrestling games. This doesn't mean I'm pivoting to just Xenoverse. No. We're still going to cover the WWE 2K games. In fact, the next video is going to be a 2K video, so I have that to work on next. Anyway, so without further ado, let's go do a trailer breakdown, because even though everybody's already done this, I might notice some things that they didn't. So let's go over this real quick, because this trailer was epic. And it gets me really excited for the potential of what Xenoverse 3 is trying to go for. Let's get to it. Alright, here we are in DaVinci Resolve. I recorded the trailer and I'm afraid to play it outright because it probably get claimed because it is anime and has music, so we'll probably have it on silent. But anyway, I just want to go over what we see here. So this giant city right off the bat, this leads me to believe that just like in the other game where it had the big huge area but it was kind of just like a mishmash of different things to try to get like the school, Namek, the time capsule thing, everything all just trying to cram into one, and then you teleport to Boo's house and Nami's lookout and all this kind of stuff. Well, looks like they're trying to make one big cohesive city. Now my worry about this is typically in JRPGs and Japanese games, like look at Digimon. The world looked huge in all the trailers, but the actual world itself was all corridors and very small. I hope that's not the case. Hopefully this is a giant like GTA level size area. That's our hub world. And then we can go do missions. Maybe it'll have missions in this world. Maybe this is the whole game right here. And we're just going through and stopping and doing missions within the city. And then you go to other planets or something. The scale of this game could be massive, and if they're going to add on to it for years and years like they're saying, the sky is the limit for this game. So I'm very excited for this. All right, let's play it a little bit here. I mean, and what's really cool about this is since they have vehicles and everything, you might be able to jump in a car and fly away. I mean, who knows? I'm really hoping for full like player integration as far as like I want to be able to go buy stuff from this stand. I want to go punch this guy in the face. I want to be able to basically a GTA mixed with Dragon Ball. I think that would just be freaking awesome. And then here's a look at our main protagonist, and it was really cool right here, this music thing, and we'll get to this in a second here too. When we were watching this trailer, I should have done a reaction, but I was watching WrestleMania. So this right here, when it started playing the music, I'm like, oh, it's Xenoverse 3. If it's not Xenoverse 3, they're going to pee off a lot of fans. No, it was. So that's really cool. So maybe we'll have a music changer, like right at our fingertips. That would be really nice. And it shows him running around the city. Gives you a good look. Capsule Corp is heavily featured, and that looks like Piccolo. Now, as we watch this, make sure you look at all these characters. I think this gives you an idea of what we can create with the character creation utility, which my next video on this is everything I want from the creation suite in these Dragon Ball games, because that's my thing that I like to do most. If you're new on the channel, the thing I love most about the wrestling games is because it gives you so much freedom to create wrestlers. And I really hope they can do that with the Dragon Ball games. But anyway, here's a good look at some of the character designs. I mean, I think these are all pretty much characters that we'll be able to make in the game. They already have the Boo, Videl looking character, young Gohan looking character. So obviously Saiyans, humans, I'm guessing, and then yeah, hopefully we can make chunky humans. I think that'd be kind of funny. Hopefully there's a much broader range of body types that we can use, because I think it was pretty limited in the last game. Like you could go pretty tall and skinny and stuff, but I think the only race that could go fat or chunky was the Boo race. Now I think it'd be really cool if they allowed us to have any body type. Now this is really cool. Look at this character right here with the Saiyan tail. This leads me to believe that they're going to have some crazy cool hairstyles for the Saiyans. Maybe this means when it goes Super Saiyan, they designed a certain, like, maybe just goes straight up, like Marge's hair from The Simpsons, but Super Saiyan. That would be super cool. Like, hopefully they really went the extra mile with this and had some new hair designs, because if you all look like Goku's hair or just generic spiky yellow hair, that'll kind of ruin it for me. Hopefully they allow us to pick our created hairs. That would be cool for like our super forms and stuff like that, our powered up forms. But this gets me curious because he has a Saiyan tail. So what is this going to look like as a Super Saiyan? That would be freaking cool to see. But yeah, and again though, it shows the range of created characters that you can make. I mean, look, he's really short, really tiny, really young. So maybe you can make short Saiyans. That'd be cool. And then of course from the Demon Realm from Dragon Ball Daima, that's cool. So that way, that's a whole new race just right there. And this music thing, this leads me to believe that this will be going on, and they'll add new music this way throughout the city. I'm wondering if they're going to have like a stage where you can perform. Maybe they're going to have different roles, different jobs you could do. Maybe you can go hang out with your friends and do the Ginyu Force like dance thing on the stage with your buddies. There's so many different cool things they could do with this. Like, personally, I could care less about a dance routine, but it'd be funny if it was the Ginyu Force. Like, you get you and your buddies and you just go be a bunch of idiots doing Ginyu poses and stuff like that. That would be funny to me. In Phantasy Star Online 2, they have concerts in the game, and what's cool is you can go sit there and you make your character dance and all kinds of stuff. So I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen. They're going to have like live concerts in the game with this character right here. I could see that being a huge, huge thing, especially if this has a major online focus like most MMORPGs. So I really hope it's not online only though, because that's what I liked about the original. And seeing the missions here, it doesn't see they're time traveling or anything. It looks like it's mostly going to take place in the city from this trailer. Hopefully you can go to other planets and do other things. But there's a scene in here that we'll get to later. And here's a cool look at probably what their stats, like settings. This is probably like the opening thing. I don't know what this would be. Probably the internet. Your stats and everything. I mean, this is like a nice little look. I hope we're not stuck in this uniform for very long. Like, I'm guessing this is the starter uniform, and then you go on and get a lot more. Ooh, what was that? Then we have, here we go. I'm guessing this is what the customization page is going to look like. You got your hat, your glasses, your shirt, your pants, your food items, just like in the first game, where you have your capsules to heal and stamina boost and all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure what this is. It's probably your accessories, maybe? So yeah, we're getting a look at what the menu is going to look like, and that's pretty cool. So I wonder if we're going to have like I feel like it's going to be more like what was it, Great Saiyaman, where you're a superhero and you have to like protect your identity or something. Like, maybe that's the route they're going with this one. I think that'd be kind of cool. I love the little transformation here. Let's skip ahead a little bit because I want to get claimed. Shows them fly away. I wonder, oh man, what I hope doesn't happen is that if, let's say you're flying and your abilities are all locked to being able to transform. So let's say you can't transform, right? So you're stuck in like normal walking, unless of course that it makes it to where we can drive the cars and actually interact with the city other than just flying around the city and never really touching the ground. Maybe at the beginning, maybe you can only fly around and transform when it allows you to with this mask when you're doing missions. Maybe when you walk around normally, it's in first person, because there is a scene here where it shows it in first person. So we'll get to that here in a second. I mean, there's schooling, new game project, age 1000. Then we got a good look at the character models. I have a feeling they're going to update this by the time the game releases. And this is like the most generic look of the characters. Like, this is an actual character in the storyline. Looks like your buddy character. And then this is, I'm guessing they're going to be like your antagonist or your rival, kind of like in a Pokemon game. And this is your basic player character, which I think is funny. They picked the most generic looking bum-ass character they could come up with, Akira Toriyama. So it incentivizes you to actually change what they look like. I just think it's funny. It's like, oh yeah, it's just normal dude with white hair. And is that earrings? Yeah, you got earrings too. And then you got your like Dragon Quest Builders type character with the slashes on his face. That's cool. And the awesome reveal of the logo. That's a pretty badass logo, by the way, and I love how they did it, the way they did that. Now this part right here, this is weird. And if you look here, this leads me to believe that if this does go full MMO, we're probably going to have our own headquarters, like our own little bases where we can customize and put furniture and all that kind of stuff to truly make this game like somewhat life sim, but also totally centric to Dragon Ball. Maybe this is just a hub thing. Maybe this is just a story segment where you wake up. But I'm hoping that this, which is your room, can be fully customized, and it's not just sitting here for aesthetic purposes. Hopefully you can sit here and change everything in here. You can go in here and heal. You can do all sorts of stuff. You can meet your buddies. I mean, look at this. This is awesome. I really hope you can customize all this stuff. And this isn't just for the sake of this trailer. I mean, that'd be so cool. Because, what was it? Tower of Fantasy. You have like your own apartment, and in that game you can totally customize the apartment. I hadn't played it for so long that I totally forgot where it was. Like I couldn't find the apartment to save my life, and I think there's somewhere in the menu where you could fast travel, but I couldn't figure it out. So let's go here a little, and he's in first person mode, which is really freaking cool. You see, you have to have a base here, like a base of operations with a setting and everything. That'd be so freaking cool. And then, of course, this first-person mode, maybe this is just for when you're in your base or your room or whatever, because that's really cool. Maybe you can come out here and fly away. I wonder if this is just for the sake of the trailer. And I don't think that's Bulma. Like, everybody's saying it's Bulma online. Has it been confirmed as Bulma? Sound off the comments below. But if it is Bulma, is she, like, immortal now? It could be, like, a descendant of hers that just looks just like her. But this is really cool. I mean, this has to be your base of operations. Maybe you get a better base. Maybe you can upgrade your house or whatever. Just like, the sky's the limit, man. I know you want them out and doing missions, but it looks like you've built a giant city, kind of like in GTA. And I love this future stuff. Like a futuristic GTA game would probably be my favorite game of all time if they ever did one with like flying cars and stuff. That'd be freaking awesome. But yeah, this looks so freaking cool. So anyway, there you have it. Those are all the things I noticed and that I wanted to talk about in this video. I can't wait for this. It sucks that it's not coming to Switch 2 yet. I have a feeling it'll come at a later date to get people to double dip. But if it can work on the Series S, because it says XS, then and the huge amount of people buying the Switch 2 in Japan, yeah, it'll definitely come to the Switch 2 at a later date, if not at launch. But for now, we got Steam, PS5, and Xbox Series XS. Anyway, thank you for watching. Sound off the comments below. What are you hoping to see in the next game? And as always, stay frosty.